The reason I wanted to work for Hope Cancer Resources is during my interview process, I was made aware not only about the organization but the longevity of the other employees who work here. Being in the social work field, there's a lot of turnover, burnout is really high, and so once I heard that most of the employees have either been here for years or went and got masters and came back, really spoke a lot about the agency.
I volunteered at Hope Cancer Resources my junior year of college, and I just love the organization immediately. The mission, the goals, the people. I think the people make an organization, and everyone here is so team-minded, and it's just awesome. So I knew that when I saw that Hope Cancer Resources was hiring a social worker, I immediately wanted to apply here.
I knew that I wanted to work in like a hospital or clinic setting, working with doctors and nurses and medical staff, but also, like I said, working one-on-one with patients and their families and connecting them to resources. So Hope Cancer Resources is really kind of fits exactly that.
The team-minded approach here at Hope Cancer Resources is awesome. Just the fact that at the end of the day, we all get to come back to the clinics, we can discuss patient situations, and if someone's out for a day, you know that someone else is going to be there to have your back. You don't have to worry that your caseload isn't getting taken care of. We have each other's backs constantly no matter what, and I think that's awesome because some agencies don't have that team-minded approach. There's not a team of social workers that can help each other out. So.
Also working with Hope Cancer Resources, I am mostly surrounded by other licensed social workers, where in other fields, other jobs that I've had, it's been a mixture of LPCs and people from other backgrounds. So that's been really great, people who really connect and understand what I do.
I think the most rewarding thing to me about working in social work is being able to build relationships with patients and their families and friends maybe too, just every day. Every day is different, so just being able to meet new people and hear their stories and work with them.
The most rewarding thing is the fact that we get to stand in the gap for patients. We get to be that first person that they see when they get to Highlands, and a lot of times they're really have high distress and just a lot of needs, or we may be the only support system they have during this journey. And so it's really a privilege to be able to be that person that they can come to and know that even if we don't have the answer, we're going to try to find the answer. Even if we don't have all the solutions, we can at least listen to them. Just be there as a listening ear. Sometimes just having that person that you can come and vent to and just tell everything that you're feeling and have an objective view, not someone outside of your family, is really important for them.
The most rewarding thing about working with cancer patients is that I'm able to help the patients in their life, a time in their life where things are really chaotic. There's a lot of other things outside of just financial needs that are going on, and so it's really nice to be able to help someone when they come to you, just give them a peace of mind that we're here to help either emotionally or financially, and that's a huge burden that's usually lifted off them.
I think it's challenging in this field because we are working with cancer patients who can be very sick and are going through treatment. So that's always a challenge. But it's also our job to be able to connect them to the things they need. So that can be really uplifting too for everybody.
Probably the most challenging thing is when you see patients who don't have a lot of support and they have a lot of other issues going on outside of the cancer. So it's not just the cancer, but it's work issues, relationship issues, family issues. And so you see that cancer is just another thing on top of everything else. And so it's hard when you see patients like that and you want to do everything you can for them, but ultimately we can't solve their problems. And so learning to have those emotional boundaries is really important.
We have a couple of different support groups at Hope Cancer Resources. I co-facilitate one of them, and it's really special to be able to see the connections that patients make. Support groups are not for everybody. They may not be as helpful for one patient or their family than others, so but the ones that do come to our groups and are able to make friends and connections with other and find support from other patients, it's really neat to see.
I got to co-facilitate a support group, the children's support group last year, and that was really awesome to see the kids open up. Because the first session, just the awkward icebreakers, they're getting to know each other, and then eventually they opened up to enough that they were talking about the possibility of their parent dying, and that's huge for a child to be able to process that, and just be open up about it with other peers. So that was cool to see the bonds they formed at that group. So.
What I want the community to know about social work as a whole is that social workers are here to support and serve everyone. I think a lot of times social workers get bad raps and we're kind of considered baby snatchers, or that we serve and help support those who are from low income families, but that's not always true. So I want people to know that social workers are here for all of those in need in the community.
We work for a really unique